Hey everyone, welcome to This Explainer. All right, let's jump straight into it today. Have you ever actually stopped to consider that the human body is basically a high-performance sports car just left parked in a garage? It's true. Every single system inside of you, your heart, your lungs, your muscles, even your brain, was completely engineered with the expectation that you'd be in constant motion. So today, we're unpacking exactly why movement is the ultimate mandate for human health, and how reclaiming our natural, active state is literally the key to unlocking a vibrant, resilient life.
Right now, we're living in this wild, evolutionary mismatch. For the vast majority of human history, moving wasn't a choice. It wasn't a hobby you scheduled. It was an absolute, unavoidable requirement just to survive. Early humans were walking massive distances, climbing, building, hunting, and their bodies completely thrived on that demand. But look at modern life. It's totally dominated by convenience, isn't it? We sit at our desks, we drive everywhere, we stare at screens for hours. We've basically engineered movement right out of our daily routines. And this isn't just about modern comfort. It's a massive biological mismatch between what our bodies evolved to do and what we actually do.
So here is how we're going to break it all down today. First, built to move. Second, upgrading your physical body. Third, medicine for your mind. Fourth, preserving your independence. And finally, number 5, every movement counts.
Okay, Section 1, Built to Move. Let's establish the health baseline and see what happens when we ignore our body's design.
Here's the harsh reality. Removing natural movement from our day isn't just making us a bit lazy. It's actively fueling a global crisis that's literally called the disease of inactivity. Because our bodies fundamentally expect movement to function, prolonged sitting and just general inactivity lead directly to chronic illnesses. We're not just, missing out on being fit. Our actual baseline health is actively deteriorating without that regular physical stimulation.
Moving right along to Section 2, Upgrading your physical body. Let's look at the amazing physiological changes that kick in the second you start moving.
Think about your heart for a second. It's a muscle, and just like your biceps or quads, it absolutely demands a workout. When you walk, jog, swim, dance, whatever it is that gets your heart rate up, you're doing way more than just exercising. You are optimizing your body's entire internal delivery system. Better circulation means oxygen and nutrients get exactly where they need to go, super efficiently. Plus, and this is huge, that increased blood flow acts like a broom, sweeping away waste products from your tissues. Movement is quite literally your body's self-cleaning mechanism.
To put this into perspective, imagine 2 teenagers, exact same age. Outwardly, today, they might look completely identical in terms of health. But let's say one is active and the other is totally inactive. If we fast forward a few decades, wow. The active person has built a robust machine. We're talking a stronger heart, lower blood pressure, crazy good endurance. But the inactive person? They've been silently accumulating risk the whole time. Higher chances of heart disease, stroke, poor circulation. Small daily choices really do compound over time. Movement is, without a doubt, the greatest investment you can make in your future self.
And the upgrades keep coming. Let's talk muscles and bones. Every single time you lift something heavy, climb some stairs, or even just tackle household chores, you're challenging your muscles. That makes them stronger and way more efficient, which gives you better posture and balance, ultimately keeping you safe from those annoying everyday injuries. And your bones, they love it too. Weight-bearing exercises actually force your bones to bulk up and get denser. Since bone density naturally drops off as we get older, movement is basically your #1 defense against osteoporosis and fractures.
Now, we've got to clear up a massive misconception right here. Movement is not just about burning calories to lose weight. Not even close. It is a fundamental metabolic upgrade. Getting regular physical activity literally rewires how your body processes food. It helps you process nutrients safely and keeps your blood sugar in check. That's the real secret to naturally maintaining a healthy body composition and dodging metabolic disasters like type 2 diabetes.
All right, Section 3, Medicine for your mind. We've covered the neck down, but the invisible upgrades happening inside your brain are even more mind-blowing.
It boils down to this incredible truth: exercise is medicine for the mind. Seriously, when you move, your brain gets flooded with these natural chemicals called endorphins. You've probably heard them called feel-good hormones, right? Well, they act as immediate, all-natural stress relievers. They instantly elevate your mood and bring about this deep sense of relaxation.
The cognitive and emotional perks are just staggering. Have you ever felt totally overwhelmed by a problem, gone for a quick walk, and suddenly the answer is just right there? Yeah, that's not a coincidence.
Movement actively reduces symptoms of anxiety and depression while building up your emotional resilience. And remember that increased blood flow we talked about? It's rushing straight to your brain, too. That's exactly why active students often see a real boost in their grades. Movement physically improves memory, concentration, and how well you learn.
And this all triggers an amazing positive feedback loop. The movement sleep cycle. It goes like this. Step 1. Regular exercise helps lock in your body's internal clock. Thanks to that, Step 2, you fall into a much deeper, vastly more restorative sleep at night. And because you slept like a rock, Step 3, you wake up refreshed and totally energized to be active again the next day. It's a perfect loop. Movement guarantees better sleep, and better sleep fuels tomorrow's movement.
Oh, and get this. Movement acts like a rapid deployment system for your immunity. Moderate physical activity circulates your immune cells. Think of them as your body's internal security bouncers. Moving puts them on high alert, which means your system can detect and wipe out infections way faster than if you were just sitting still all day.
Moving into Section 4, preserving your independence. Let's zoom out and look at the lifelong physical stakes of all this.
As we get older, the simple stuff like carrying bags, going upstairs, or just standing up from a chair can turn into monumental hurdles if we've let our muscles weaken from inactivity. Picture an active grandparent. They're walking, gardening, traveling on their own, getting down on the floor with the grandkids. But an inactive grandparent, they struggle with basic mobility and end up kind of restricted to the couch. Letting your muscles fade through inactivity slowly but surely steals away your ability to live life on your own terms.
This quote really hits the nail on the head. Movement is not only about adding years to life, but adding life to those years. We aren't just trying to survive and run up the clock, right? We are maintaining this physical machine so we can actively enjoy, participate in, and totally relish every single stage of our lives without a failing body holding us back.
And that brings us to Section 5. Every movement counts. Let's break down what movement actually means in daily life, because I promise it's way simpler than you might think.
Officially, there are 4 pillars of exercise, and each gives you a specific upgrade. Aerobic stuff, like walking or cycling, levels up your heart and lungs. Strength training, weights or resistance bands, secures your muscle power and keeps your posture upright. Flexibility, like yoga or stretching, makes sure your joints stay healthy and keep their full range of motion. And lastly, balance exercises, like Tai Chi or literally just standing on one leg, build the coordination that prevents devastating falls later in life. A solid routine sprinkles in a little bit of all 4.
But here is the absolute best news. You do not need a pricey gym membership to get moving. Functional movement is honestly the most practical way to stay active because it mimics exactly what our ancestors did. Lifting heavy groceries, taking the stairs, carrying your kids, gardening, shoveling snow, or even just power walking through a shopping mall. These are all highly effective forms of movement. They keep you capable and functioning exactly as you were designed to.
We really need to shatter this myth that only grueling, sweat-drenched 2-hour workouts count. They don't. Consistency matters so much more than perfection. Choosing the stairs instead of the elevator, standing up from your desk every hour, or just taking a 10-minute stroll after dinner, those simple, consistent daily habits will beat sporadic, intense workouts every single time. Literally, every movement counts.
And hey, let's not ignore the social power of moving our bodies. It isn't a chore, it's our natural way of experiencing the world. Team sports build awesome communication skills. Hiking gets us out of our stressful bubbles and back into nature. Dancing is just pure, joyful self-expression. And simply taking a walk with your family, it strengthens relationships without any screens getting in the way. It's a chance to socialize, explore, and connect. So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with a bit of a challenge. Look around your environment right now. How can you add one simple movement to this exact moment? Could you stand up while you finish listening to this? Maybe stretch your arms overhead. Or decide to take a brisk walk around the block in 5 minutes. Remember, your body was engineered to move. Don't let the machine rust. Stand up, stretch, and take that step toward a vibrant, independent future. Thanks for tuning into this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.